Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. How about you?
Good. I'm good. We're both very tired because we stayed overnight last night. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 49 of Far From Normal. I'm Shivani.
I'm Miranda.
Yay.
We have a special guest today. I am so very excited. I haven't seen this person in like 4 years, and she lives very far away. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, well, my name is Olga officially, but I go by Olya because Olga sounds too Russian. I'm from Russia, and I was a senior um, exchange student from Russia when Miranda and Shivani were in Normal, Illinois, in high school. And yeah, now I'm enrolled in pro degree program in the University of London in High School of Economics in Moscow. Yeah, and I'm excited to see both of you.
Yeah, I am too. I'm literally so excited. Olya was like one of my favorite people in high school. Okay. So obviously, because you're from Russia and we're from the US, we were thinking about like talking about the differences, talking about lifestyle, cultural, yada yada. The first thing that came to mind when I was thinking of cultural differences is how I think when I had like my Halloween party, you you came
Mhm.
up to me and you were like surprised by like how many of our friends were like gay. Do you remember that?
Uh, I guess yes, I do. That was like a genuine surprise to me in general, like in the United States, because I come from very small town in Russia, so extremely conservative. And I'm sure we have as many gay people. It's just like so surprising to see how everyone is
Yeah.
accepting, yeah,
Mhm.
uh, of people, of gay people, and that's so amazing. I love that. I remember one time I was going down the hallway in high school and I was holding my friend's who's a girl hand, and no one was judging, and I even screamed at Mr. Robinson, that was our history teacher. It's like I'm holding a girl's hand and no one is
Yeah.
judging me. And he was like, "Yay, gay rights!" That was so cool. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
My goodness. Wow. This is kind of random. I mean, this does not really related to yeah, gay culture and sort of thing. But like, did you notice any differences in like the way people dressed? Is there like any difference between like Russia and like the US?
Oh yes, absolutely. Okay, so in the United States, again, there's like I think there's a trend of you guys being more liberal. So in Russia, girls are expected to dress up like every day, like very nicely, like dresses, like nice shoes, always makeup, always like hair done. Especially in universities. In high school in America, I was wearing sweatpants every single day. That is so unacceptable in Russia and in general, like you like expected to dress nicely
Mm.
in Russia and like to be, presentable, I guess. And in the United States, I loved how no one cared. Like you can literally
Yeah.
do whatever you wanted, and I really miss that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like, did you when you packed to come to the US, was it all like presentable clothing? Like, did you buy all like the unpresentable clothing when you got to the US?
Yes, that was all of my clothes that I brought from Russia. That was, I don't know, I didn't wear any of it. I just bought clothes in the
I
end.
love that.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, I bought like a lot of sweatpants and normal community high school like shirts and wore them. Even for Christmas, I asked my host parents to just give me clothes and socks so I can be more comfortable.
Nice.
Aw.
That's fun. Did you have like a huge was it disappointing to go back to Russia and have to dress up nice again?
Yeah, I remember like going out in sweatpants, and I figured very quickly that it's still not acceptable. Nothing changed, and all the clothes that I bought in the US, they're still like sitting in my drawers. Like I cannot wear them anymore.
God.
Only acceptable in the US. I use them as pajamas though. It's okay.
Got you.
Has anyone ever like said any like when you did try to wear sweatpants in Russia? Did people like say anything, or was it just obvious they were judging you?
Oh yeah, I was the America girl in the high school when I came back. They're like, even if it was not related to the US, and I did something weird, they're like, oh, is that what they do in America? So everyone was kind of judgy.
They're
But
just
yeah, it
jealous.
was. I get no, they were just like joking around, nothing like too
Got you.
serious. Not really bullying, but a little bit of bullying.
Got you.
Yikes.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
about like food? Is there any like major differences?
Oh my gosh, I remember you talking to my mom about this.
I did with your mom.
Because you came to like her work and you're telling everyone about how like bad our food is, like unhealthy.
It's incredibly unhealthy. It's super bad. I cannot believe. Okay, in Russia, food is very tasteless, to say the least. And we try to eat healthy, and this is like the trend in general. I don't know why actually. I don't know how does this historically happen, but in Russia, people like try everything that is unhealthy about Russia. It was brought from America, so it's
That makes
the
sense.
globalization things, I guess. But yeah, in the US, I quickly developed a stomach issues because all of your food is very gross and unhealthy. I remember I was like so excited about lunches. They're like, finally pizzas for lunch, but it's super bad. I do not miss my American diet, and I also gained a lot of weight, even if I didn't eat that much. Anyway, oh, but your Oreos though, they too taste so much better because there's so much more sugar in it. In Russia, everything like Coca-Cola, Oreos, anything that's brought from America, or like designed by Americans, I guess. It's we have less sugar in everything. You guys go. Oh
I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I was just having a discussion with my dad about it. He's like, there's an excess of sugar everywhere and you shouldn't be drinking this and they should be like regulated. But I feel like people in the US would get really mad if we tried to regulate those sort of
Yeah,
things.
because freedom.
Yeah,
I have the freedom to drink my 64-ounce bottle of soda.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing is in high school, I would see like people like it was literally 8 a.m. and people would drinking sodas.
Right.
Yeah.
Like can like
So crazy.
that blew my mind. I was like, how's that? It's 7 a.m., girl. You don't have to drink Diet Coke right now.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah. I know like in at least for India, like the portion sizes are different. Is that different in Russia too?
Yes, because your portions in the US are ginormous. I don't know why. Oh, but it's also like when people bring you food in the US, like in restaurants, it is like acceptable to ask them to, pack it and to take it home. In Russia, you cannot do that. Like they bring you smaller portions, and whatever you do not eat, you have to leave it there. Like the takeout option, it's kind of like not available. It is available, but no one does that because it's like they're scared to come off. I don't know, greedy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I love leftovers though.
Really? Not a big fan of
Leftover pizza. I mean, I don't. Yeah, like leftover pizza, so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about cold pizza? Have you tried cold pizza?
Like frozen pizza?
Okay, like
Oh,
when you
just
have like
cold.
leftover pizza, you put it in the fridge and then you take it out. Like, would you heat it up or like just eat it cold?
I'll just eat it cold. I don't like heated
Okay,
up things.
look at that. I love cold pizza. Cold pizza is so good. Something about it is just different. And I don't know why, but it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so good. Ah, it's so great.
I wonder if like the reason like that healthier foods is tied into like the like dressing nice. You know, like you gotta be presentable, so you also have to eat healthy in order to be more presentable.
I mean, I would not be surprised. I feel like that would influence a lot of things. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess it puts this is kind of like reverse a little, but maybe it's because Russia is my home
Mm.
country, but you would expect like if there's so much pressure on you to look nicely, you would expect to like develop some anxiety and stuff. But
Mhm.
I don't know why, but I was the most anxious in the States.
Mm.
Maybe especially in high school, even though my year did not count, like my grades did not matter. The atmosphere in the United States, especially like in high schools, and they create, you just like constantly under pressure.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why, but my worst mental health state was in the US when the whole year was basically a vacation for me.
Gotcha.
So I cannot even imagine how you guys do it when it's like your future actually depends on how you do in school. It's crazy to me. Like,
Yeah.
not.
Was it affected at all because you were just having to meet people? Like, was that part of why you were nervous, or she's frozen?
Oh no. Uh, well, we
You know, just
can
pause the recording.
we can keep talking until it keeps going.
We're
Ooh,
just gonna keep talking.
yeah, let's go.
You know, you could just
Let's
pause the recording, right?
No, I don't think I pick up where I left off.
Really?
Girl, this is gonna be on the recording.
Okay. Is it 'cause- Hi.
Does it work now?
It's
So
working.
sorry.
No,
So
it sounded like
sorry.
it was
That
your
was
fault.
rough.
But
Yikes.
I'm not sure where that is gonna pick up. But we're just gonna continue talking as if it's still going, and we'll figure it out later, probably.
Yeah.
The last thing I heard was the question about the meeting people, right?
Yeah. So,
Mm.
like, was the anxiety partially caused by like having to meet new people and being in a new area, or was it just the school environment?
Um, I cannot really like pinpoint it to like the exact cause.
Mhm.
However, I did manage to like become friends with you guys pretty fast because of cross country. So yeah, I literally met one person. The next day I met a whole group and they
Mhm.
started introducing me to like different people. I was so lucky to meet you guys. So I guess I didn't. Of course, it was like hard to fit in because you guys know each other since I don't know, elementary school probably.
Mhm.
But I guess it was more of a environment in school.
Okay.
Um, Maybe also like the language because I would have to like do the subjects that you guys do in my second language. It was a little difficult, but it just in general how even though I feel like our school was kind of chill with but it was still nothing like schools in Russia. In Russia, it's like everyone, it's like cooperation. I think it's kind of like because
It's
of we had
competitive.
this communism thing. Um, you guys are more capitalists in your schools. We work as a whole unit. Like everyone is helping everyone. We all suffering together. In American high schools, if like someone cheats, is that true? Actually, I was gonna ask you, if someone cheats in school and you see them cheat, do you like tell the teacher?
I think that depends on the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually, I mean, I feel like most of the time you wouldn't tell, but like there are exceptions.
I definitely know people who would tell. I think
Yeah.
I would encourage. I don't know. I wouldn't tell, but I
Yeah.
definitely know people who would tell. Because again, like you're saying, like capitalism leads to competition.
Right.
And we definitely have. I mean, normal community wasn't the worst, like you said. Normal community wasn't the worst competitive wise, but there's definitely a little bit of like we had friends who would get mad like if you like didn't go to a class because you wanted to study, or you like stuff
Yeah.
like that, because they thought it was unfair to them because it would make it
Okay, so like
yeah.
I think she's referring to a story that happened to me personally because I'm just giving an example, but basically, I tended to like at least senior year I was like I was always stressed and like I just didn't have time to study for anything sometimes, so I would skip my morning class to like avoid a test and take it later. But my friends, one of my friends was really upset about it and was like, you shouldn't do that because it like is unfair to all the other people who are taking the test, which she has a point, but like, is it her life? Like, nah, it's mine. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why she got so upset with me about it, but like, it's just, I guess it's just, I don't know, maybe it connects to like how,
It's the competition.
yeah, the system is set up that way, and we
Yeah.
just are, we're turned against each other in a way. But I
Yeah.
mean, when you were here, did you find any like, I don't know, good like not advantages? Like, did you like anything about like the whole capitalistic system, or did you like just hate it all?
This is a really good question. I guess the only real advantage of competition is that it drives like the standards up, and it was especially like visible in sports, in how you guys like compete with each other. And I guess the only thing I really liked about competition is when it was like in sports, people were going crazy, but also at the same time, people were hurting a lot in sports. But you do have trainers. It's a lot of things to like consider. But I've never seen so many injured high school students in my life than in the US.
Really?
Yeah,
So, yeah.
you guys, you guys go because you go so hard. A lot of people are injured, like both mentally and physically, and that was a little sad. So I guess my real answer, no real advantage in capitalism.
I
This is
feel
gonna
like
sound so socialist, but
I feel like
I love
capitalism
the
is
Russian.
supposedly. Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt
No,
you?
you.
I feel like
No, I was
capitalism.
just saying this.
Oh, this Zoom. Love Zoom. Go ahead. Go.
I was just saying that that's just kind of like the legacy of communism, I guess.
Yeah.
Hating on capitalism. Anyway, continue.
I was just gonna say, like, supposedly, according to like a lot of people, I don't know, like capitalism is supposed to make you more like free and more individualistic.
That was like the point, like when it started. It's like, you know, like to increase like opportunities and freedom and allow everyone like the chance to like, you know, get somewhere.
Right.
And social mobility, that's basically it. But like, you know, that comes with a lot of repercussions, I guess. But
I feel like, I don't know, if we weren't as, I don't know, like if we were more conservative and less, oh well, capitalism kind of ties in with conservative. I don't know, man. Freedom, I don't know. Because like supposedly it gives you individuality, like because you know you can have small businesses where you wouldn't be able to have that in more socialist or communist society.
Right. Oh, that's true. That's true. I mean, when you were here, did you feel like you had like more options in terms of like what to buy and like what you could do in terms of like your life? Like, did you feel like you were like freer in that sense?
Yes, absolutely. I have actually a story about this. In If you have taken Mr. Robinson's sociology class, he does this thing when you have to go to like a crowded place and do the do nothing project. It just it's basically when you stand for 10 minutes in a crowded place and do nothing and observe everything's going on with you. So I asked my host family to take me to Walmart, and so I can do the do nothing project. I did the project, but I did go into the supermarket and I ended up spending $150 just on candy because I've never seen so much candy in my life, and there's like variety of those things. And definitely the answer is yes. um However, like both with food, with things that you can do, like in high school you have this music classes, sports classes. There's just another thing, you choose your classes, which we don't get to do in Russian schools.
Bad.
Yeah, they give you like 18 subjects in the beginning of the year, and everyone takes them, the whole class, at the same time. So um I guess the freedom to like choose where to take your life and what candy you want to buy. But at the same time, it comes with, you know, the constant anxiety of what to choose. And when you have like so many options, you cannot, there's like a certain degree of like, you know, nervousness, I guess, of what if I make a wrong choice. In Russia, you don't do that. You just
Right.
they don't give you options, so I guess it's easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, in definitely having a choice was different, and I
Definitely.
liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Positive thing about capitalism, yay!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally understand the like overwhelming part of having so many choices. Like for me personally, that's been something that's been on my mind like a lot. Just like having so many options for like not even like the smaller things are like food, but like careers. Like I could choose this class for this class, and if I choose this class, the main like what if I'm making the wrong decision and I can't like choose this class for this major or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like so scary. Like oh no, but
Yeah.
I totally understand that.
We also had like 500 different colleges you could go to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
You were
yeah.
looking at one point at going to a college in the US, weren't you?
Yes, I did apply to schools even, but I got into okay, I missed the deadlines because I was procrastinating,
Feel
but I did get I did get into like a few schools, and I was like planning on going to school and then transferring next year to like a better school. But at the end of a Russian school year or like school course, we have to take the graduation exams. So I took those and I did like okay, like kind of good on them. And my parents were like, "Oh, do you want to apply to Russian schools? So in case you cannot go to the US, you have plan B." I'm like, "Mom, what in the world would happen and the borders are closed?
Mm,
Next year comes, there's a pandemic." Good thing my mom made me apply to Moscow schools. So now I have, because it would really be a bummer to pay like so much money for American tuition and be in my hometown studying on a computer. So yeah.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, true.
Was there like, because you said like it was plan A to go to the US, what made you want to, I guess, go to the US first and foremost?
Well, I like you said, there's like so many opportunities that I just would not get here in Russia.
Gotcha.
But also I really like the people and in general the country. I felt like for some reason the government was doing much more for people in the US than it is for uh for Russian people. I mean, my government does for my people. So I really like that. The feeling that you cared for, like your taxes are actually, you can see where they're going. But yeah, the people I really enjoyed, just like you guys. It's yeah, the nicest, the kindest, the most unique people I've met in the US. So I really wanted to like go back to the atmosphere that was created. But I'm not complaining. Russia is cool
Yeah,
sometimes.
makes sense. Makes sense.
I remember, okay, this is another cultural question I have. Because I remember in high school, like, I don't know, maybe I don't know how exactly to describe this, but I remember you being kind of not surprised, but like you didn't like when people were passive and then you would just be really blunt about things. Do you remember that at all?
Passives?
Passive, like they didn't talk about their feelings, they just were like subtle.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, there's a certain, I don't know. Americans are extremely weird to me because in Russia we like, if you feel sad, you share. If you feel angry, like, I guess it's just simpler for us, to be straightforward. Americans, and I guess that goes with the mental health thing, maybe, that like you cover your emotions a lot. I don't know if that was the question, but that's what I really did not like because I started, doing the same thing. I would, smile when okay, the smile thing. In Russia, we do not smile at all, especially at strangers, uh, or in general when talking. smiling is considered to be, you smile when you like you're hiding something, or
Oh.
you like laughing at a person. In America, it is really, it's like a nice thing that you smile. You like, you're being friendly. So it was a big cultural difference. And I cannot like fake smile. I don't know. I was just in me. You should agree with me that like most of the time the American smile is mostly fake. So
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Um yeah, that was a huge, I would say, cultural difference, is that you guys cover your emotions
Mm-hmm.
with happiness,
Mm.
Yeah.
which we do not do. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, we might look depressed here in Russia, but we actually mean it. We,
That's
Yeah,
funny.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of going off of that question, were there any like languages or like social cues that you remember being like really really different about like Americans, like maybe like going along with like smiles, or like maybe the way that you said things in like Russia translated differently in America? Like, is there, I don't know if there's like, that's not really, that's a
Weird,
vague question.
weird social differences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um the way you structure your conversations. Oh, like I did not understand how you guys would people would ask me hi and how are you, they're like, hi, how are you, and walk by me. I'm like, I didn't get to answer the question.
Right.
um the constant ask, like constant making of like small talk, is unusual. We don't do that. You only ask because when I was first asked how I was like, oh, a little sad, but you're not supposed to say that. You're only supposed to say that, things are
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Another thing that bothered me so much is when a girl who was like in my dream class, I've never talked to her, but we knew like each other's name, and she would like walk by me in hallways and like, hi best friend, I love you. I'm like, I don't even know your name. And that was like huge to me, because I love you means like so much. Not only, I guess, to me it can sound so cheesy, but I don't know. I guess words, especially nice ones, mean so much more in Russia than they do in the US, because people tend to overuse them in the US, and they actually don't really mean them. Like, she called me her best friend, but in reality we never had a conversation. So, you
Right.
It
know.
might just be Western culture too, though.
You think so?
Cause like in New York, like people are not.
That's true.
People are blunt, and people aren't like lovey-dovey as much.
Yeah, the Midwest is known for like they're really friendly people too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, before I met Miranda, I was not a very touchy feeling person, and I was not used to like people saying I love you. Like that was so new to me. At least when I like first met, because I had like lived in India for 4 years before this, and like I like missed the like
Mhm.
part of like growing up here, I guess. So like I totally relate to that. It was just like weird. I was just like, why is she like all over me? Like, ew. But like
Mhm.
got used to it. Got used to
Mhm.
it. Totally understand.
Yeah, but I remember when Olya came over, I loved your bluntness. Like how you'd be like, "That's bad. Don't say that," and I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, you mean what you say. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
I almost feel like that's better in a way, because like at
It
least
is. I kind of agree.
yeah, because like when people are like genuinely happy. Like I guess probably in like Russia, you when they're happy because like they don't smile very often or something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas like in America, you're just always like, I don't know if that's like sarcasm,
Or if
or
they're
like
being fake,
there's
if
like
someone really likes me, or if they like hate
right.
me and are just coming up. Yeah.
It's so hard to tell. Like,
Yeah.
it's still something I struggle with. So, oof.
You don't have passive aggressiveness in Russia. You just have aggressiveness.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, but Miranda is like a rain of sunshine. When she tells you she loves you, she actually means it.
That is so
So
true. That is very true.
y- you always feel like welcomed when people are like so friendly to you, and that was nice. Because sometimes when people are like constantly like honest with you how they feel, and if they're sad, it's kind of like projecting on you. And
Yeah.
when you're around Miranda, she's like, you just feel happy, you know.
gonna make her cry.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I miss that. I miss nice people from the US.
Yeah, yeah.
Miss you.
You should definitely come visit again.
You should.
Yeah.
Please.
Come
Please.
visit.
Please.
Yeah, I feel like you and I haven't talked that much, but like I'm like no like talk to you through Miranda.
Yes,
like,
and just
sort
like
of-
Olya is the
just, like,
best. and I
Olya's the
just tell
best
her
person
that.
ever. And yeah, I'm sad that we couldn't talked before. That would have been really
Yeah.
fun. But yeah.
You should come visit though.
Yes,
That'd
you
be fun.
should, for sure. Whenever the
When-
border opens up and everything's okay, which
Yeah.
starting to, I don't know.
Although
There's another strain.
although
but who
Russia and
knows?
US always have issues.
Right. We'll come visit you then.
I'm not going into Russia. I will go to Europe.
Go to Europe. We'll meet somewhere else. We'll meet in like London. I don't know.
What?
Why would you not go to Russia? Russia is amazing.
Because people scare me and I feel like I'm gonna be judged.
I feel like she would probably not fit in just because of her personality. But like
That's probably true.
Yeah, exactly.
but you'd be there to guide her all the way through. So
Yeah, I would
it'd be
go to
okay.
Russia if I like stayed with you the entire time and cling to you like a child.
Okay, come to okay. Come to Russia, and I will not leave your side, and I'll
Okay.
just show you places.
Okay.
I'll show you the healthy food options.
Yeah.
The question is, I don't even think I would get into Russia. Like, it's probably really hard to get a visa from the US to Russia
Not
because of
sure.
all the
Yeah.
conflicts and stuff.
Maybe.
We would hope that with your current president, the relations with Russia would like
Yeah.
be better.
Well, supposedly
but,
Trump was like tried to have good relations. I don't know.
Yeah.
Biden's probably gonna be worse, honestly.
Yeah.
yeah, he said something about Russia, which honestly, can you believe? Okay, I'm not gonna get like political, but he's not like mad at Russia, but at our administration probably, which a lot of people are. So you cannot really blame him too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the time where relations with Russia and US will be better.
Yeah.
For sure.
On
Yeah.
that note, that is what we're gonna talk about a little bit in our next episode too, right?
Yeah.
So
basically.
we'll wrap up here, and then that will be like a little cliffhanger.
a little snippet into our next
Yes.
episode. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us. This was really fun, and like we got to know a lot.
Oh my gosh, I enjoyed it.
about-
I enjoyed it so
yeah.
much.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any comments?
I do not.
Alrighty.
Go ahead.
We will see you in the next episode. So definitely we'll be hearing more from you. So this was really
Okay.
really fun.
Yes.
But yeah, to all of
Thank
our
you so much
listeners,
for having me.
if you guys want to leave any questions, comments, or feedback, you can email us at farfromnormalpodcast at 2020. No, 2020 podcast
2020 at gmail.com.
There we go. There we go. We also have an Instagram at Far From Normal Podcast and a Google survey in that Instagram. So you can also leave question, comments, or feedback in that survey. And yeah, we're very active on Instagram. So definitely engage with us there. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave us
Yes.
a comment there as well.
We
And
also have a
yes.
Patreon account right now. So if you want to donate to us, you can get featured in episodes, or you can like tell us what you want to hear about, or we can just like post special episodes on there that are just for Patreon accounts. Obviously,
Mhm.
we haven't done much of that yet because there's not really very many people on the accounts, but
Mhm.
feel free to join us.
Absolutely. And yeah, we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.